And I think that was probably an aspiration or a goal in my youth, is to have a relationship stronger than the Spanish announce table. And here we are. Yeah, I could be Stephanie Bucker, get the horns, do the whole thing. I could do the move on you.
Yeah, there you go.
That thing.
Once I'm not pregnant, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So you won't be. So there you go.
Yeah, I'll still be healing probably, but yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah,
on
I'm
the
just gonna put it like this. I need Dirty Dom to grow a pair. I am over him.
We're going right after
just
shots
being
fired.
Girl crazy. She's been doing little positivity rants and choose your happy and how just at the end of every week, grateful I got to be in these places this week. Grateful I have a job and
That's wonderful.
Her positivity is fantastic.
I love that. Hi, and welcome to the My Life Was... We'll do that again.
What do I do?
Hello, and welcome to the My Wife Loves Wrestling podcast. This is my wife.
I'm wife.
I'm Miles Weber.
I'm Heather Weber.
Welcome to our podcast.
I feel like I'm just going to take it as I do so many things that when you said my wife, there's a laundry list of things your brain wanted to say instead of just loves wrestling.
No, I just get flubbed up on my words sometimes. Okay. That was a thing that always used to happen when I was doing hosting things, back when I was doing teleprompter work. Just blah blah blah.
Oh, I'm sure there's no way I could do that.
Oh yeah. So you just flub up over your words.
I flubbed up on our wedding vows. I lost my place, so I could not do.
How dare you?
I know.
And thus it was ruined.
I know.
So yeah, no, we're here to chat about wrestling.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know that you've been, because it is the My Wife Loves Wrestling podcast, you do tend to steer the ship here, and we bounce off. Is that you steering the ship? Mm-hmm. That was very cute. Thanks. If you're only listening, then you couldn't see. She was doing this very cute Steamboat Willie type thing. Yeah. It was good. That was good. Yeah. And I know you've came with your copious amounts of notes.
Yes.
About what we've got on the docket to talk about wrestling wise.
We do.
So let's cover the wonderful world of wrestling, shall we?
Let's do it. A lot's happened since I started these notes because I think I started right around Money in the Bank.
Okay. Yeah. Because we haven't talked about Money in the Bank.
Because we haven't.
No.
And here's the thing. My notes rarely have to do with what actually happens on wrestling.
What do they have to do with it?
No, it has to do with wrestling, but it's a lot of behind the scenes type wrestling things.
Sure. Not with the actual matches.
Yeah. The matches were great.
The women's ladder match was great.
Yes.
The women's ladder matches never disappoint.
Never. That's why our son prefers them.
This is very true. Can I see the girls wrestle? I want to see the girls.
With the ladder.
I want the ladder. Can I have a ladder? No. You cannot have a ladder. You're 3.5. And you sometimes are apprehensive about jumping off of the couch and onto a mattress on the floor. Yeah. Definitely can't do a ladder. So yes, the matches were good. Mm-hmm. Money in the Bank was good. Mm-hmm. What did John Cena do again?
He was with Logan Paul.
He was with Logan Paul. That's right. That was the tag match. That was the tag match. That's right. Yeah. So that was fine.
I think it was great. So we're going to talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
The Logan Paul jump.
Oh yeah, that beautiful moonsault from the ring apron up and over to the announce table, the reinforced announce table. Okay, so most people, at least from when we were watching wrestling in our youth, that poor Spanish announce table took a beating
all the time.
All the time.
First to go.
Oh, there was always the first to go. So, and I think that was probably an aspiration or a goal in my youth, is to have a relationship stronger than the Spanish announce table. And here we are. Here we are. I know. We're double reinforced. We're so reinforced. Absolutely. So yeah, the he did the moonsault onto. Was that Jay that took the moonsault, or was that Cody?
I believe it was Jay.
Jay. I want to say it was Jay who took the moonsault.
Yeah.
So what do you have to say about the moonsault? And not that it was perfect.
It was perfect.
It was perfect.
Okay, well, so it's kind of like a sidebar that we've never talked about. The unsung heroes of WWE are the workers.
I know where this is going. Yes.
I mean, the camera guys, obviously catching that was fantastic. But if you've never watched the camera guys work, like just watched.
Like when you're there, I think that's a big perk to going to a live event for WWE is you get to see just how the ship is actually ran and seeing the camera guys like have
how
to like
fast they run backwards,
running backwards,
holding
y'all,
holding
the camera still like on a gimbal, like getting their shot in and then turning it around. Like the fact that they're able to run backwards like they are and nobody trips and falls ever. Insanity. Absolute insanity. So give those men their flowers.
Absolutely.
Wholeheartedly.
And then for the moonsault, somebody did catch from the audience while Logan was getting ready to do it. A worker was underneath the table.
We saw a little bit of behind the curtain.
I'm assuming loosen things
It seemed like he was loosening the table up a little bit so that way there would be some give, which is still impressive because they don't always break.
No.
They still, even if that is a practice where in order for them to do that move on the table, somebody has to be on there to unloosen a couple of knobs. The fact that it still doesn't always break is pretty incredible.
Well, and what I also found incredible, because I think we watched it a couple times, was how Logan knew the guy was no longer there to do the flip. Because in my head, I was like, okay, well, maybe because the refs have the earpiece, they tell the ref gives him a signal. But then when we rewatched it, the ref is over at the side where Logan can't see him.
Facts.
So how that whole spot came together is magic.
Yeah.
It's true magic.
Yeah. I mean, at that point, I think it's just, I don't know. I mean, I think you obviously have to time the spot. They know that the big spots, I believe, are talked about. Where beforehand they're like, okay, well, how do we get from this spot to this spot to this spot? And we improvise everything in between. We'll call it out there. But you have to talk about like, oh, I'm going to do a moonsault off the apron onto you on the table. And so when that gets set up, ultimately, I think the person...
Well, it was off the rope, right? Not the apron. It was off the rope.
It was off the apron. Oh, well, he was on the apron and then he jumped onto the ropes and moonsaulted off. So very Shawn Michaels-esque because Shawn Michaels was the only one who used to do that. And man, the fact that he was able to clear it and get there so perfectly was insanity. But just trusting. Like, all right, I'm going to assume that guy is not there anymore.
Everything is set up and out of the way and ready to go.
It's like the pit crew in Formula One.
Yes.
You know, I mean, it's just, all right, gone. All right, we got this. So, but I mean, we saw he barely got out from under there. Like, it was the last second and then bam. And he just kind of like tucked and rolled out of there. So, very impressive.
So that whole thing was magical.
Yeah.
What made it more magical, and especially because I was periodically checking social media as Money in the Bank was going on. And of course, because I don't know if you've seen this, but The Rock's mom was sitting behind the commentators.
She was. I did hear that.
She was.
Everybody was sitting behind the commentators. Travis Barker, Topanga.
Well, nobody thought Travis Barker was hopping in. So
No, nobody thought Travis Barker. But Topanga might have.
Right.
Topanga might have thrown hands.
She would have.
That would have been great.
But so because she was sitting behind them, everybody thought The Rock was going to do something on there. And y'all, Rock owns a piece of the company.
Yeah.
If he wants his mama there, he wants his mama there.
Yeah.
And she probably lives in LA, maybe. I don't know. Because they were in LA.
Yeah.
But everybody was like, oh, well, that's like a spoiler because she's right there. Spoiler, he didn't show up.
He didn't.
But what was really cool, and I don't know if you've seen anything on it, is after he did the moonsault, because The Rock's mom is just trained in this industry, she was doing the sign to Logan and Jay for them to signal back to her that they were okay. Oh. Because she knows all the inside signals. And so if you watch it, she's going like the signal to get the signal back that they're okay.
That's the signal for
it was it was something like to do that, or
so it's the same as like milk for infants.
Maybe she just needed milk. I don't know.
She might have just needed milk.
But and so I thought that was so special.
And The Rock gave her
like-
milk, and he was like, "You're welcome."
Right. But I thought that was so special.
That's
of
sweet.
Just,
Yeah.
I mean, it's, ingrained in her head from the whole family.
Yeah, from the
wrestling. So
top
she's
down.
been to everything.
Yeah, she's been around long enough to know, like, are they okay? And
Yeah.
they're just like, hey, give me a little.
Yeah.
And they're like, we're okay, Mama
Yeah.
Rock.
Yeah. So I thought that whole thing, top to bottom, was a beautiful thing.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
That's really, really nice.
So-
I hope that she could pass some of that compassion down to The Rock. Just like,
Maybe that's what she was trying to do.
It's too much money. You should give some of it away.
Right.
Like, you've lost touch with what it means to be a human being.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. No. That is very, very sweet. That is sweet. So I did listen to the Pod Meets World and latest episode, and they did talk about having gone and how into wrestling Topanga and their kids are. I guess Travis Barker and is it Chloe, whatever the Kardashian that he's with, they showed up like an hour and a half late. Like,
wow.
so it was, they weren't even there. The seats were empty for the first like half of the event, and then there's a commotion, and then Travis Barker and the Kardashian came and sat down. And so, and then the cameras came on like, Travis Barker. And she's just like, hi, I'm Topanga in the back. So, she got the Will Friedle treatment, the seat 4D, like, who's that? It's like, oh, there's a Topanga back there.
Nothing.
Yeah, exactly. So, right on. Yeah, everybody was sitting behind the announce table. Go figure in LA. What a
Right.
shocker, right? So, okay.
I mean, that was like the biggest things I had on that. Of course, Worlds Collide was amazing.
Oh, Worlds Collide was fantastic.
But we need to touch on that. But it
Oh
was
my God.
top to bottom, that was
just some of the
fantastic.
best wrestling that we had seen in a while. I mean, go figure. That guy, it's shame on me for
We're still
not.
learning names.
We're still learning names, man. But whoever it was that was wrestling Chad Gable in the main event, that was just
That
like
match was
such
epic.
an incredible match. But everybody was great. I mean, like Mr. Iguana, is that the guy's
Mr.
name?
Iguana.
Mr. Iguana is a thing with the iguana puppet. But I mean, dear Lord, like
So
if you could do
entertaining.
moves like that, he could have Elmo attached to his forearm.
Facts.
And I'd be like, we want Elmo. Like, I would be starting the chant in
Facts.
the crowds because Mr. Iguana was so good. So that event, I mean, I want to go back and watch it again
Yes.
just so that way I can better commit the names to memory. But I mean, that's just kind of how, luchador wrestling has been. I mean, I remember that was like the best part about WCW in the 90s, for me at least, was seeing like Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio, Dean Malenko, like the cruiserweights, all of those guys who were just really in there doing the stuff that was just so fast paced, so crazy, moves that you're just like, I don't even understand that was possible. The flips. And that's why I think like the women are on pace now. They're doing similar matches. They're really pulling out a lot of similar spots.
Well, and let's talk about the work that Stephanie Vaquer put in between SmackDown, Worlds Collide, Money in the Bank, Insanity.
In 18 hours, she had wrestled like 3 matches or something. That's insane.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane. She is so good.
Yeah.
Like, Stephanie Vaquer is so amazing. Like, just character, in ring, like, man, it's just, I'm so excited that she's getting bumped up now. It seems like kind of a bummer that she's just kind of like just getting like, I was hoping she was going to win the Money in the Bank match. I'm happy Naomi won it. She deserves it. But I mean, I also was excited at the prospect of her winning that. I was hoping she was going to pull out the Queen of the Ring qualifier. So yeah, I hope that they actually utilize her in the way that she deserves to be utilized, because she's easily one of the best. I'd say her and Io Sky are pretty easily the best wrestlers in the company right now. They're so good. I had our friends that I was staying with this weekend in Texas. I did shows, and I was staying with a friend of mine, and because Mike used to watch wrestling back in the day, and so that was like, oh well, let me see if I could show you guys a match. And so I showed him and his wife the women's triple threat from WrestleMania Night 2 between Bianca Belair, Io Sky, and Rhea Ripley, and they're like, we're almost converted. Like that was absolutely incredible, just what those three women did and the pacing of it, and they were just so good. They told a story. They loved the pageantry of it all. So I mean, just the women's division is very, very exciting right now, but I'm extremely excited that Stephanie Vaquer is being inserted into everything. Very, very. I got to get me some horns.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, that's going to be the cosplay. I'll just start wearing.
You're going to be for Halloween.
Oh, man, that would be good. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I actually think Robin would be down if we all dressed up as female wrestlers for Halloween. Like, I think he would want to do that. Into it.
Oh, yeah, he could be the little Io Sky. I know.
I don't know who he could be because he jumps around so much. But
he does jump around a lot. So, but yeah, no, that would be fantastic. We know he does want to be Asuka because he's kind of afraid of her.
Only because of the face paint. Like,
let's the eyes. Anytime he sees somebody that's got like contact lenses in that changes the color of the eyes, he's like, I don't like it.
But he was like scared of Penta at first, but now Penta's one of his favorites.
But now he loves Penta.
So, even yesterday, I don't know if I put it on there, but yesterday we went to the beach and he was doing his photo shoot on the log. He did like the little Penta hand. Yeah. So I have to pull up one of the pictures, but yeah.
That's so funny. So, is that what he was doing with his hand? Like, yeah, because he's like doing his hand. Oh my God, of course he was. Why wouldn't he be?
Yeah.
Right on. Won't take a picture with him. There are the people who cosplay as Penta at WrestleMania. Too scary, but big fan of him. Loves Penta.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, he's out there wrestling with his Beanie Babies, and they're all a different wrestler. And I always hear, "Oh, Penta, he covered, kick out. Oh man." Yeah, man, fantastic. Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, I could be Stephanie Vaquer, get the horns, do the whole thing. I could do the move on you.
Yeah, there you go.
That thing.
Once I'm not pregnant, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I mean, yeah, you won't be. So I mean, there you go.
Yeah, I'll still be healing probably, but yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah.
So it'll be okay. We won't do it on the concrete.
Perfect.
Yeah. So that's how we compromise. I love you.
I love you.
Okay. All right. What else do you have on?
I'm just gonna put it like this. I need Dirty Dom to grow a pair. I am over him.
We're going right after
just
shots
being
fired.
Girl crazy. I looked it up today because I'm like, this has been going on for so long. He started the Rhea Ripley relationship in 2022.
That's 3 years now.
That's 3 years that you've just bouncing from girl to girl to girl. Like,
yeah, and now it's like Roxanne Perez is
and even tonight, Monday Night Raw, because he was over for a hot minute, and
he was.
Today everybody
was just like, we're over it. We're booing him again. And I think the shame in that whole storyline with Dom being so consistent, I think he's too good of a wrestler to be caught up in this stuff.
He doesn't need to be.
I think that's the frustrating thing. He doesn't need to be. Like, he can put on a good match.
There is a reason that TNA didn't last long with Trish. And it is because Trish was so good.
Because Trish was so good.
She didn't need to be...
Oh, is Dom Trish Stratus in this analogy?
Yes.
Oh, look at you. Dom, you're the Trish Stratus of WWE right now. You really, really are, man. Like, yeah, you're too good to be getting caught up in storylines where it's just, who am I making out with this week, And like, let me stand behind my lady. And it's just
now, granted, Liv got hurt tonight, and so she's going to be out.
Oh, so, she did?
I only caught bits and pieces because I was putting Robin to sleep. But I think they actually had to call the match. I'm sorry, I haven't rewatched it yet. We just finished.
They give the X?
I believe she got her shoulder dislocated against Kairi Sane. I believe is what happened. So I have to go back. But everything I've seen on social media is that she's out right now on injury for that.
We'll see.
And I can't imagine it could be a story, but she was just out
could be a shoot.
For doing the movie. Yeah. So I can't imagine they'd be like, okay, leave again. So I feel like is legit.
We'll find out if it's a work or a shoot. Who knows?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean,
So here's your opening.
This is your opening. Like, yeah, he's the IC champion. Let him do anything else. The fact that people were so excited to see him win, we were there. Like, that stadium went nuts when he won. Like,
But even post show when he was out there and doing his interview and everything.
Dirty dumb, dirty dumb. Yeah, man. I mean, they need to give him something that is worthwhile. That would be. Yeah, give him a good IC title run, man. Like, yeah, no, he's good. But I mean, if you're gonna keep him as a heel, let him be a heel on his own. Let him stand on his own, and I think he could be like one of the best heels in the company because I mean, he generates so much heat. But he's good.
Yeah, he's great.
He's great in the ring.
He's great.
You know, so he works hard. That's the body by chicken tenders, but he still works hard. So, yeah, no, I hope that they're able to do something different with him. But I mean, inversely, it's hard. I think so much, like we've talked about this before, I think so much energy is being put into John Cena's storylines that everything else is just kind of going by the wayside. Where Karrion Kross is still nowhere to be seen.
That was part of what I was going to bring up because Goldberg came back tonight. And for what? Please show me how much merch Goldberg's been selling this year. I would just like to see those numbers compared to Karrion Kross, Killer Kross, whatever the name is. Right
yeah, whatever
now
the name is.
on.
I mean, it's going to be Killer Kross soon because he's probably going to end up going to AEW, man. Yeah. Like, he deserves.
I think at this point, I'm hoping that he's not being put in like the King of the Ring and everything because his contract's about to expire and he just wants to ride it out and go.
Does he have a spot in the King of the Ring?
He doesn't.
So, yeah.
And that's my thing is like at this point, I'm telling myself that it's because his contract is going to be up soon and he's just going to go.
He's just going to dip.
Because it is insanity that he's not getting pushed.
It's criminal.
Absolutely insane.
It's criminal because we've had this conversation over and over again. Amazing on the mic, amazing in the ring, great character, great entrance, over with the fans, selling the most merch. What are we doing? Why is this even a conversation?
Like, how much he's grown on the mic, and we can say that because we saw him when
Watched
he was in
garage
FSW
in Vegas, whatever it was.
I think it was
in a garage.
So we got to see him in Vegas.
Yeah. Right before he got signed.
The Indies and everything, and before he got signed. And to see how much he's grown as a character, his charisma on the mic, just everything about it. And he is beyond over. Yeah. Beyond over.
He's absolutely over. So, yeah, the Goldberg coming back.
Nobody asked for that.
No, man. I mean, like, that dude, I mean... I've been on record before saying that I think, Ric Flair is one of the most overrated wrestlers of all time. Goldberg, right there.
And how many wrestlers have said, on interviews,
he sucks.
He's not good to work with. All of these things.
Talk to Bret Hart.
There are enough people. There are enough people on the main roster right now doing the spear.
Yeah. We don't
need Goldberg.
We don't need Goldberg. I don't need to see a jackhammer that's almost going to paralyze somebody. Like that devil's glare that the Undertaker gave him when he almost killed him in Saudi Arabia. Just that says it all. So I don't need any Goldberg doing anything. I mean, if he's going to do anything, it better be putting Gunther over. Yeah. I don't want to see a squash match between Goldberg. And he's not young. How old is he? He's in his 50s easily. And I'm like, dude, just stop. Just stop. Does he still have his podcast? Do your podcast. Right. And just right off into the sunset, man. I mean, it's just, but I remember back in the days when I was a kid watching him on WCW, it's just spear, jackhammer, later. That was all it was. And I mean,
my thing, even as a kid, I'm like, if you're that tough, why do you have so much security?
Yeah. Real talk. You're the toughest guy.
Jay goes through the audience every night.
Doesn't have security.
I think has one a little bit ahead of him.
Yeah, exactly. Just keeping a slow eye. And that's really just to make sure he doesn't drop whatever kid he's eating with. I mean, it's just it is, but that's what they're doing. It's not dirty. Look it up. So yeah, man, he does this little yeet movement and he just grabs a kid and is bouncing them. So yeah, security's probably just making don't drop that kid.
Yeah.
So yeah, Goldberg. If you're so tough, why do you need the security? That's a big one. I hope that it's like it'd be funny if he does the traditional Goldberg intro for Saturday Night Main Event.
But it's all the lady wrestlers walking about.
Oh, that would be funny too. I was thinking like it's like the security from like back like 30 years ago, but they're all old as hell now, like he is, and so it's just like a bunch of old dude. But no, like him getting escorted out by the women wrestlers.
Do like the Tyson Fury thing.
Yeah. Oh God, crazy. Crazy for feeling so lonely. Oh yeah, that would be fantastic. But he's got way too fragile of an ego to be able to do that.
Facts.
Man, no, that would be great. I'm just gonna bask in that image for a minute. That makes me so happy.
You're
just
welcome.
him wearing a little crown tiara and a sash, getting carried out by Rhea Ripley and Stephanie Vaquer, and that's. Make it so. Yeah, make it so. All right. Your move, God. But yeah, no, I don't need it. I don't need any more Goldberg runs. I don't need this weird storyline coming around.
Who's next? Not you, please.
Nah, but I mean, like, yeah, man. I mean, anybody should be next, but him. So, all right, we'll see what happens. Anything else?
I do. I have two more. So I'll continue down the line of people I'm mad at, and then we'll finish on a high note.
Okay.
Vince Russo. Have you seen any of his?
No,
shit
you were.
this weekend?
I saved this for this. You.
Let's go. Buckle up.
You have
Buttercup.
not told me
So
what Vince Russo said. Which, first of all, notorious dumbass. Like Vince Russo is.
Vince is with wrestling right now. Just aren't.
Yeah. If your name is Vince and you have anything to do with wrestling, you should probably take a hike for a good 5 to 10, and just wait for the dust to settle because it's not looking good.
No.
So yeah, Russo. Just.
So, as you know, there's been the stalker issues with the female wrestlers. We've talked about this a little bit.
Yes. Yeah, that's been a thing.
couple-
Didn't their addresses get leaked or something?
Their addresses got leaked,
and that
but
was like a
also
whole
I
thing.
think this month there's been a couple arrests at the Performance Center.
Yes.
I think they last week, I want to go say like going into the weekend, they arrested another one of Liv's stalkers at the Performance Center. And Vince Russo pretty much said that it's because the women seem too accessible on their social media.
What does that even mean?
Tell me she's asking for it without telling me
she's asking for it. Yeah, seriously.
Like the whole thing of what do you want them to do? Like they're not writing love letters to people. They're not like they are playing a character.
Yeah.
They are playing a character. And it is not their fault if people can't see the difference of what is real and what isn't. And even them, a lot of them are posting their real husbands on there or their real boyfriends or whatever. Yeah. So the whole thing of like it very much just felt like the underlying tone of like, oh, this happened because she wore this and she's asking for it.
I mean, it's just like, oh, I've got a stalker, and it's like, have you considered it might be your fault? Get out of here.
Yeah.
No, like that's absolutely ludicrous.
Yeah.
That's essentially the angle there. You know, because I mean, if we can agree, stalking not good, not a good thing. If you're thinking about there and you're thinking of doing the stalkery thing. Even too big of celery stalks, also probably not the best either. So just be cautious of stalks of anything, except for chicken stock, because like that's probably not too bad.
I mean, depends on how much you have, but yeah.
That is a fact.
There's a lot of sodium.
There's a lot of sodium, unless you get the reduced sodium one, but that's neither here nor there. So yeah, stalking, bad. So your response should just be like, that sucks. I hope those guys get what they got coming to them. Not like, well, yeah, but did you consider you did? No.
Yeah.
There is
and
no
it was
you
pretty
did.
much like, let's put the heat where it belongs. It's like, sir, that is not working. Let's get out of here.
Oh my God.
So it was gross. It was icky.
He's such a troll.
Yes, he is.
That's so terrible.
So, I mean, we can go on and on about how wrong that is, but it's just wrong.
It is.
It's not the women's fault. If
It's not.
anybody has a stalker, it is not their fault.
It is no. If anybody has a stalker, it's not their fault. No, nobody's doing things to make sure people are camped out in their bushes at night.
Facts. We'll go out on a high note.
Yeah.
Jessica Carr. Do you follow her on Instagram?
No.
So Jessica Carr is one of the lady referees, if you didn't know her name.
Oh, okay.
So one that like over time has been getting into phenomenal shape. Typically has like the ponytail. And I've loved her since either she was the first female referee. But lately I've been enjoying her so much more. She's been doing little like positivity rants and like choose your happy and how like just at the end of every week, grateful I got to be in these places this week, grateful I have a job, and
That's wonderful.
her positivity is fantastic.
I love that.
So yeah, she's, if you don't follow her because she's a joy. And then of course just all of her workout videos and everything else she does. And again, the fact that like she's killing it as a ref. Like,
She's really good.
and because she's one where we've noticed with a couple other like female refs, like you can't really hear their hand hit the mat all the time, and hers are always solid.
She throws down a mean 1, 2, 3 count. Absolutely does. Well, also like the emotion. I think that's the other thing of a good referee. You know, that's why I always liked like Mike Chioda. You know, I mean, I love a good ref getting in the face of just like, come on, and she really, you know, what are we doing? Come on, you know, and really gets into it. Knows how to emote. You know, I love a good referee telling a story with their facial expressions. And so, she seems pretty fantastic. Yeah. She's been great. I remember when we first saw her, like, kind of come onto the scene and we're like, oh, we have a female referee. This is amazing. So, I'm here for all of this.
Yeah.
So, and that's good that she's doing, like, very positive rants. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Being grateful for her career in such troubling times and things like that. Yeah.
So,
absolutely.
she's always been a delight to follow. But, I've noticed lately she's doing more of those. And it's just, like we said about Al Snow, it's just a fantastic break in the action of your typical social media.
It really is. Yeah.
Between Al Snow's funnies and her positivity.
What's not to love about wrestling, right? I know. Yeah. I mean, like you could sprinkle some Mick Foley in there probably too, just being adorable with his daughter. So there's no shortage of that.
I don't see a lot of his stuff. And I don't know if that's an algorithm thing or because I think honestly the last thing I think I saw of his was when he unfortunately got into the car accident on April Fool's Day.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
That was the last thing but he's okay, right? Like, now that I say that, he's okay.
He's doing okay. Yeah. I've seen him on Noel's Instagram and everything. They're walking around.
I know he was just in SF not too long ago because I was looking at tickets. So yeah.
So he's doing okay, but they got a good thing going on. So that's a sweet and positive thing. Cody hasn't interviewed his wife anymore since last time. That's a win for all of us, right? So
it's nice seeing the different aspects of like wrestlers' lives and not just always the character. Like forever and always, I will love how much Randy Orton loves his wife. Like,
that's great. It's
always fantastic.
Absolutely.
Just him going gaga over her like it's day one is
100%.
beautiful.
100%. Yeah.
Beautiful. And vice versa. I mean, she's gaga over him. Duh. But like
it should be. Look, he's Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're both gorgeous. So.
I did love seeing Becky Lynch in a Miss Rachel t-shirt. Yes.
Game recognizes game.
Not easy talking, is it? See? Look at that. See?
I'm swallowing tea.
It's okay.
I was trying to swallow tea and get out my tea.
Swallow tea and your pride. But yeah, Miss Rachel t-shirt. Becky Lynch was rocking that one. As a heel too. That's the hilarious part. That's just kind of like you love the wink and the nod of it all is her rocking the Miss Rachel tee.
Some people are dumb and think Miss Rachel's a heel because of her stances on things.
Some people
are dumb.
Some people can. I mean, who is it? Bill Goldberg? Is that Miss Rachel supporting Gaza?
I think it's Olivia Munn. That was that.
It's Olivia Munn. Yeah, that was that whole thing because she was like, we don't watch Miss Rachel in our house because of this. And Miss Rachel was like, I'd really rather you just cover what I say about the children in Gaza. Yeah. That would be great if you just covered that and not something that was all clickbaity. And I'm like, take those hoop earrings off, Miss Rachel, and go get them. Okay, I want to see some forearm shivers.
Mulaney's like, come on, don't pull me into this shit.
He's like, I want to drink. Like, he's gonna fall back off the wagon because of all this nonsense. So, but yeah, no, seeing Becky Lynch rocking the Miss Rachel shirt, that was adorable. I mean, that's a nice little thing about like how much she loves her kid.
Do you follow her on Instagram?
I think I do. I just started trying to listen to her on the School of Greatness podcast from last year.
Oh, okay.
And so I was kind of tiptoeing into that in the airport while I was eating breakfast this morning.
Her Father's Day post to Seth was very cute.
Oh, was it?
It's nice seeing the wrestlers like in their parenting era pictures and not just like in the ring, and just because it's a different side that you don't get to see.
Totally.
So
absolutely.
So yeah,
that's sweet.
It was sweet. It was like a whole bunch of pictures of Seth and their daughter, and so it was very sweet.
That's sweet. Mm-hmm. I'm here for that. I mean, her rocking that Miss Rachel shirt did prompt me to get that Dad Tiger shirt.
Yeah.
Like, because Robin does love Daniel Tiger, and so I got a Dad Tiger shirt that I'm sure if you keep watching my sets, you'll see me in that Dad Tiger shirt. And just know, Becky Lynch, you're doing the Lord's work. You're selling kids merch, t-shirts inadvertently. You don't even know. Right. So, but I mean, I also have been rocking the Mika gear for a while because me and Mika are homies. Absolutely. I mean, even been rocking the purple nails like Mika right now. We're doing that. Absolutely. Yeah, no, it's nice to see the sweeter, softer side of like the real person behind the wrestler.
And I think we've talked about it before, where I think that's been fun to see that come out of Randy Orton's character now, of like that side of things. And so yeah, it's nice. I like the goofy.
Yeah, be goofy. Don't be afraid to be so goofy. You shouldn't take yourself so seriously. Well, I think that's going to wrap it up for this episode.
Yeah.
So yeah, we covered all the things. You got it off your chest. How do you feel?
Better.
Right?
Better.
Right?
Yeah.
Phil Goldberg, we don't know you, and Vince Russo, go fuck yourself.
and Dirty Dom, you got a chance now.
Yeah, man, come on. Like, capitalize on this. Stand up for yourself.
I mean, obviously, Finn doesn't want Judgment Day to be a thing anymore anyway, so...
Judgment Day ran its course. You got Carlito that is getting cut, and then Finn needs to go and do his own thing. Dom should do his own thing.
Were you coaching during JD McDonough and AJ Styles match?
Yes.
Okay, we need to go back and watch that, because JD McDonough's so good. He's so good.
He is.
It's not talked about enough.
He is so really good. So yeah, he needs to do his own thing too.
Like, because Finn is fantastic, and we've been fans of him since like Demon days.
Absolutely.
So he's fantastic, and Solo he was putting on, not like Solo Sikoa, but Solo Finn was putting on.
It was just him, who's putting on good matches.
So like Dirty Dom's great.
First Universal Champion.
Yeah.
And then got hurt. So yeah.
So man. I think like who's left in Judgment Day is also good. Besides Raquel, I love you, girl. I was your ride or die, but not right now. They're all good enough to just go.
Yeah.
Go and do your own thing. Yeah, please.
Yeah, Raquel needs to get her life together, but everybody else in the Judgment Day is good enough for their own individual push in some capacity. So, but again, like the roster is just too big. That's where I think, I think again that the women should get their own night.
Well, they're at least getting Evolution 2.
They're getting Evolution 2. So there's going to be that.
Which I'm very excited about things to come on that, because I also heard that because of the stuff that happened, well, who knows now, because of Liv's hurt, it was going to be a Liv and Nikki thing. So I don't know what that does for that. Because I did hear when all that went down that maybe Brie was going to come back with Nikki, and that was going to be a thing. So I don't know. I don't know what happens now with Liv hurt. I don't know where that leaves Nikki's thing, because I loved that back and forth between.
It was a great back and forth, and I was really looking forward to that match. I think that was going to be a quality match. So I mean, they gotta feed somebody to Nikki at this point. I mean, she's in phenomenal shape, and she's back, and she's super over. Oh man, Ryback, Nikki Ryback. That's gonna be who she's gonna turn out to be. I mean,
see, I don't know who she gets matched up with now if Liv's hurt, but we'll see.
Yeah, Stephanie Vaquer.
Maybe because she said her last name wrong, so she'll be like, "Listen,
this is how you say it. It's not Vaquer. come on, like that's don't put some respect on my name. So yeah, I can see that being a thing, and that would be good.
I'm excited for whoever it is, because I'm stoked Nikki's back.
Yes, absolutely. Nikki Bella is welcome back with both arms all the time. Absolutely, wholeheartedly. All right, well, that's going to do it for this episode. And then next time we'll be reporting from a new podcast studio.
We will.
That's going to be exciting. So, yes. All right. That's been this week's episode of My Wife Loves Wrestling.
Hi.
I'm Miles Weber.
I'm Wife.
And we will see you next time.